أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا الكريم وآله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه الغر الميامين. وبعد, dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, this lecture part of a series of lectures I'm trying to figure out, inshallah, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what are these mysterious letters in the beginning of the 29 chapters in the Gatewise Quran. There's a lot of things said about these and a lot of guessing when it comes to these letters. What are they, why they're there, what they mean, what they do. So inshallah, with this research I help, inshallah, maybe give some information about these letters to see if we can solve for them. One of the techniques I follow, that I look at the letter and I see where it is repeated, because in my research I consider the whole Quran is one unit. So I connect between the chapters. Carry for the example the letter Ta, but the letter Ta comes one time with Ha, another 3 times with Sin, and 2 times of them with Mim also. Okay, Ta Ha, Ta Si Mim, Ta Sin, Ta Si Mim. If we look at these 4 chapters and ask a question, these 4 letters, Ta and Ha and Sin and Mim, and first of all the chapters are chapter 20, 26, 27, 28. Taha, Ash-Shu'ara, An-Naml, Al-Qasas. In these 4 chapters, the letters Ta and the letter Ha and the letter Sin and the letter Mim, 4 of them, Ta Ha, Ta Sin Mim, Ta Sin, Ta Sin Mim. These 4 disjointed letters exist in these 4 chapters due to the existence of the letter Ta. And if we ask this question, these 4 letters in these 4 chapters, which verses contain all 4 of them? If we do this inspection, there's a lot of verses, as you know, many verses. Like in chapter 20, there's 135 verses. Chapter 26, 227 verses. Chapter 27, there is 93 verses. And chapter 28, there is 88 verses. So many verses here. So out of all these verses, only 39 verses contain all these. What are these 39 verses? Contain all these. They are here. 63. Can I read it or just write them all? I write them so you follow up. 63 in Taha, 71 in Taha, 73 in Taha, 77, 120, 121, 130, 132, 135. And in chapter 26, only 4. 49, 79, 173, 211. And in chapter An-Naml, 7, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 24, and 40. In the last one, or more in this chapter, 48, 56, 58, 59, 62, 68. In Al-Qasas, verse 4, verse 10, 15, 19, 23, 29, 30, 38, 45, 58, and 82. So how many they are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. One missing. Which one now missing? 73, 77, 186. Yeah, I got it. 86. Okay, now see, we have to count because 86 in Ta is missing. Okay, now we have 39. The question is, if we look at these many calculation, so 10 in chapter Taha, 4 in chapter Shu'ara, 14 chapter An-Naml, and 11 in chapter Al-Qasas. The sum of these numbers here adds up to 2389. 23. Look how powerful is this decoding. Let's analyze this set of numbers. First of all, I want you to recognize that 38 is the name of the Prophet, peace be upon him. There's one thing important. 23 is his era. What about 89? 89 is 58 plus 31. Why I split this? Because according to this study, I think, or I try to prove for you, that Ta Sin represent Tariq Sawi. Tariq Sawi. Tariq Sawi. So you can read Tariq Sawi Muhammad 23 to complete. There's more, but I do not know what could be 239 or 389. There's many numbers, but these are the ones I know related to the topic I'm dealing with. What is this number 2389? This is the sum of these 39 numbers. Okay, look, Tariq Sawi, one of the numbers I'm looking at. Okay, that's very nice. Let's decode for this in a very nice way. Look, if you take 94, what is 94? 26, 16, 52. What are these? Ahmad bin Abdullah, peace be upon him, the name of the Prophet, times 9, because I decode this for 9. Why I gather these 4 chapters? Sin is not exist in all, has not exist in all, Mim so is not exist in all. The only letter exists is Ta. This is the combination for Ta. Okay, now you know. So that's why I'm decoding for Ta. So if you do 94 times Ta, 846 out of 2389. 2389. What left is 1543. 1543. One main decoding for this number. One, start the Sirat. 1496, finish the Sirat or the Tariq. 46 Bi'thi. This is very important. 1 minus 46, you have 1496. This is start the revelation. 1 Bi'thi, finish. This is the elevation of the Quran. How about that? How about 93 طيب? 93 also very powerful decoding. Don't I have it here? Yes, I do have it here. Okay, look how powerful this decoding. If you take 93 instead of 94, what is 93 here? 93 you can consider an-Nabi. An-Nabi. Also you can take 1 represent Allah, 92 Muhammad. Okay, all times 9, so I release 1 9 over here. So what is this number? So add up 9, 1 5 5 2, right? Yeah. So take out of this number 58, which is the word Tariq, stand for Ta. What left is 1494. 1494 is the year when the sun rises from the west. If you see this first time you see me, you said, what's wrong with this man? Is he out of his mind? Is he crazy, man? What are he talking about? What do you mean the sun rises from the west? If you have this question came up to your mind, just see what I said about this. There's a whole more than so many lectures, hundreds of lectures about the event of the sunrise from the west. Why, when and where and how, everything. Who's going to see the sun disappear for 3 nights? And if you live, for example, in the United States of America, how are you going to see the sun? Or in Australia, or like China, for example, or Japan. So every location you're going to see the sun. The Arabian Peninsula people, they're going to see the sun disappear for 3 nights and come out from the west. And I gave the model. If you do 93 also times 9, if you, which is the same thing, 93 here times 9, what left is this number. Take at-tariq 71, at-tariq the path, what left 1481. Just different calendar. This is Hijri, this is Ba'thi. Same kind of decoding, okay? In these verses, if you look at the letter Ta Alif, so if you look at these verses and you ask this question, how many letter Ta and how many letter Alif? We have 49 letter Ta and we have 484 letter Alif. So because we're decoding for Ta, the name of the letter Ta is Ta Alif. In these verses, the 39 verse over here, Ta repeated 49 times, okay, and Alif repeated 484. Sequential value and geometrical value times 9 times 1, both give sequential value and geometrical value give 925. I'm gonna decode for 925. If you take out of it 90, one suggestion, 90, which is multiple 10 of 9, times 9 also, multiple 10 of 9 times 9, so 10 times 9 times 9, which is 90 times 9, which is 810, out of 925, what left is 115. What is 115 is at-tariq as-saway. At-tariq is 71, I used it over here. As-saway 44. How beautiful is this? Look how powerful. 925. 95 ad-din al-Islam. Ad-din 41, al-Islam 54. 95 by itself al-Islam. 92 Muhammad. This is the word ad-din. 95 al-din and Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, our master, peace be upon him. All this indicating 90 Ta times 910 and Sad, this is Sad, geometrical value, represent Ta, Sad represents Sirat, times 9, 115. This is very nice. If you take out of this 925, another decoding, 925, where we get 925? We look at those 39 verse and said how many Ta in these 39 verse in the 4 chapters? 49 letter Ta, and Alif 484. I said okay, let's decode for this number the geometrical value for repeated Ta and repeated Alif. Okay, 49 times 9 is 441 and 484 times 1 is 484. Add them up, 925. Let's do this. For 925, if we take, look how nice is this, 93 instead of 90, which is 1 plus 1 represent Allah, 92 represent Muhammad alayhi salam. Also, this is you can do. If you take Tariq 58 out of 93, the word Tariq, what left is 35, but 35 al-Jannah, the heaven. So 93, take 93 minus Tariq, what left 35, Tariq al-Jannah, the path of heaven, times 9, okay? So it takes 93 times 9, which is 837, out of 925 plus, what left is 88. 88 is Tariqullah, reflected by Taha. Tariq 58, 30 represent Allah Almighty. So Tariqullah, at-Tariq as-Sawi. So Taha, as we mentioned in the beginning, reflect Tariqullah, and Tasin reflect at-Tariq as-Sawi, while Mim reflect Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. It is very clear decoding. Okay? So if you wanna take here Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam 92 instead of 93, 92, so you ended up with 1 Ta over here. So Ta, Tariq, and 1494 is the 1552 plus 9. 1552 plus 9. This is 1561. Yeah. So 9 Tariq. I'm sorry, ta tariq. Ta, if you wanna do this, where is it? This number, where is it? This one here. 92 times ta, and ta tariq, and 1494. Now you understand why Al-Fatiha, first chapter in the Great Wise Quran, give the sequential value of 194. It's 139 letters. They add up to 1494. Before these lectures, you guys do not know what is 1494. Maybe you didn't even ask yourself why this number. Why Al-Fatiha, like I said before, I took this chapter in consideration to the point I wrote so much information about it and decoding. Many lectures, and I keep using it till now, and alhamdulillah, it's a source of light, no end for it. Okay, what is 1994? And I told you one of the main decoding of Al-Fatiha, where chapter 1, verse 5, 6, and 7, 897 is the total of these. Let's do 5, 179, 190, 528. So 897, the sequential 897. In these there is 80 letters and 16 words, 4 and 3 and 9, 4 and 3 and 9, 4 plus 3 plus 9, that's 16, and 80 letters. 5, 6, and 7 add up to 18. And that of the chapter, as you know, 1 location, 5 revelation, 66 name sequential value, 5 to 5 geometrical value, 7 verses, 29 word, and 139 letter. All this add up to 1783. But 1783, if you decode as follow, O Allah, guide us to the straight path. This is the main thing, the path of those whom you love. So, O Allah, this is the word represent Allah Almighty, the number. Guide us to the straight path, as-sirat al-mustaqim. Path of who? So if you take 1783, O Allah, guide us to the path, the straight path. 1588, take the name of the Prophet. 94, the one I used a minute ago. 94, Ahmad bin Abdullah, peace be upon him. What left is 1494. But 1494 is the total sequential value of these 139 letters, all the whole chapters. It agree, though we took part of the chapter, because part of it related to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, magnifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, declare that He is the Lord of mankind, the Lord of Day of Judgment, the merciful, the gracious, the merciful. All these attributes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we ask His help to worship Him. And we ask Him Almighty to guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom He loved, the path of Muhammad ﷺ, Isa, Musa, Ibrahim, Nuh, and the rest of the Prophet, and the great Sahaba, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman, and Ali, peace be upon all. So now you understand what is 1494. 1494, I said many times, that the same calculation of chapter At-Tariq ended up 1494 also. Very noticeable decoding for verse 1, 2, and 3 of chapter 86. Revelation 36. The chapter At-Tariq, where the Tariq came only one location in the whole Quran. Was-Sama' wa-Tariq, Allah swear by heaven and this object called At-Tariq, which the things come in the night suddenly. And question the Prophet, peace be upon him, Ma adraka ma Tariq, how you know what is At-Tariq? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us what is it. It is the piercing star, and Najm al-Thaqib. It is first of all a star. And some people try to say, oh, this is many of these stars exist in heaven. Maybe that's right if it's a dwarf or a massive breast star. But none of these stars, but one is going to come and tamper with the solar system. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of stone outside. But one stone hit you in the head, it might like crack your skull and kill you. So you cannot like give the tafsir like that. This is a crooked way to give the tafsir. Some people say, no, this Allah swear by this type of star. How you know that? Where you get this from? What does it mean at-tariq? Why Allah call him at-tariq? Why he call it at-tariq? They say the pulsator. Pulsator does not make sound to correct your thoughts. It makes like a continuous jet of radioactive beam or radiation, let's say, high energy like electromagnetic wave, maybe gamma rays, maybe X-ray. And this jet, it's revolving like this. It is this object, as you know, when most of the planet and stars, they make a precision, but very, very slow around the rotational axis due to many things, due to tidal force from near star, near planets and all that. So, but when this star collapsed due to the exhausting of the, say, whatever he burning, helium or hydrogen, whatever, this all conserved rotational angular momentum, because it's conserved. When it's come close, it starts spinning fast to compensate for the radius, the material lost. Okay, so start rotating fast and start making fast precision. So it's a continuous jet. Let me see if this slide do the job. So as you see, this close to the beam, and every time this is a continuous jet as usual. But when it comes to the camera, you see it. See, 1 pulse, 2 pulse, 3 pulse. Depends. Some of them do 600 a second. Some of them do 10 a second. Some of them do 1 every minute, 1 every 5. Depend what kind of star. Depend how the object come to see the Earth, the speed of it, stuff like that. So it's a continuous beam. But when we see it in our radar, then people see some ultraviolet scale of, say, high energy, like maybe ray, whatever ray you see, X-ray or stuff. Then they make it as pulse. So you say, oh, this is at-tariq because make knocking. So if you translate it to sound, you're gonna see it pum 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 like this. But this is not the right thing. This is a misrepresenting for this star. This is, first of all, a beam of light. It's not making sound. It's making like pulsing, but it's not even pulse. It's not even pulsing. We see it as pulsing, but it's a continuous beam. So this is not what you guys think. This is a tariq to fit for that. That's not the right description. The right description is this object come sudden in the night, start tampering with the Earth to the point the Earth is not gonna continue as what we know, revolving in one counterclockwise motion. It's gonna gain another motion. That the other move is gonna make the rotational axis gonna tilt and start making a precision. How's that happen? This heavy material thing, maybe a size of a city, let's call it this green thing, or this red thing, for example. Maybe it's a dark object, a dwarf. We do not know. Depend on the distance, depend on the mass, depend on the angle of interceding with the system, the solar system. Depend where the Earth, where the Sun is, depend where's the Jupiter, the Moon, all that gonna participate. But this object start making a very strong tidal pull in the, say, Arctica, let's say, for example. Let's say in the, for example, Alaska, or Siberia. Start pulling. Now the center of mass around the rotation axis is cancelled by, let's say, Canada mass, and let's say Russia and Siberia cancel each other. The North Pacific is cancelled by North Atlantic here, or the sea around the Arctic Sea, Arctic Ocean is cancelled around the rotation axis. The minute this object start making like pull in the water and the mass and make the mass shift, so instead of the mass cancel, centrifugal force cancel around the rotational axis, now we have a pull. The minute we have a pull, this mass start gaining precision. Okay, start gaining precision to the point it might tilt. Some objects, if there is no liquid and the mass keep affecting, it might like flip it upside down. But in our case, does not happen like that. Many factors. This system is not, it is suspending in heaven, but there is also another pull from different planets like the moon, Jupiter, the sun, and also the liquid outside and the liquid inside do not prefer this kind of tilt. They start resisting this tilt. To the point, this is the Arabian Peninsula with the colored. It goes in the dark, now start affecting, it start making this precision, okay? To the point this start raising up. Instead of going the same route, no, start gaining, it goes up. There is no location on earth where the sun can disappear more than 24 hours and above, unless you are in a winter time in the north side or winter time in the south side of the earth, south hemisphere. So if it's winter, which is, we know the ecliptic circuit now, as of now, there is dark, as you know, in the north, in the ecliptic now, in the winter. We are in the month of January. So this polar night, if it's over 24 hours, we call it a polar night. It goes from 24 hours sometimes to 6 months. So the minute this earth, the Arabian Peninsula is the location, the reference, because that's where the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was talking. So it goes, start tilting, the Arabian Peninsula climb up into the, what we know now, the top of the globe where it is shaded from the sun. But the people, like I said, in here in the North Atlantic and, for example, America and Canada, they're going to see the sun come from east and start climbing up toward north instead of going back all the way to the west, the known motion. Okay? And now you guys in the Arabian Peninsula shaded. And this one's still swinging down 1 night, 2 night, 3 night. By the end of the 3 night, 36 hour, is so tilted down to the bone, marhaban dhikrillah. The sun rises in a shallow angle, very shallow angle in the heaven. So from the west, northwest, and now this object passing so fast, this Rogo star, leave the system and the earth start gaining back the same position. So the sun rise very shallow from the west, north, northeast, east, and start climbing up. This one stand up in heaven to maximize the moment of inertia. It's not gonna lean on the side like Venus, for example. No, it's gonna stand up. It's like a tub, you know, you hit the tub, it dance and stand up, but the tub keep precision because there's gravitational force in it from the earth. But if it's suspended in heaven, it's gonna stand up close to what used to be. Okay, so now the Arabian Peninsula, right mid-heaven, the sun, you, the camera, and it keep rolling the same counterclockwise and sink in the door of repentance, and Jibreel will shut down that door forever. That's it. And that door never shut before this event. And this, according to my decoding, the year 1494. This, a lot of talk about it. This is the Mahdi, you're going to see it where I talk in like very detailed about it. Subhanakallah wa hamdik, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.